Week 9. This is when we talk at like the most exciting week of the season for somebody like me, degenerate gambler, loves the DraftKings Sportsbook app more than most. This is the week that gets me juiced up because it came perfect. The Pittsburgh Steelers bye week, which means I will plop myself on a couch Sunday morning and I will not leave until Sunday night, which means that I get to watch every single game and I get to focus on every single game. And I could care less what's going on in these games outside of where my money is and what I need to happen to make that money better. And number 3 is week 9 is we're here. The NFL is real. It has molded itself. We've figured it out at least most of the way. And now we're going to figure out how to turn it into some wins. 7-7 last week was a little bit disappointing, but I'm feeling better this week.
Technically 8-7 because we both picked the Steelers to cover.
That's a Mike Tomlin record.
And they did.
Right there.
There it is.
It's in the city of Pittsburgh. That's all you're looking for sometimes. That's all you're looking for. All right, let's dive into it. Week 9 NFL slate. I'm going to toss it to you, Nick. What do we got?
Let's start it by looking at the Steelers' competition for Week 10. The Washington Commanders, coming off of that crazy Hail Mary, are 4-point favorites in a divisional matchup at MetLife Stadium against the New York Giants. Who do you got?
I mean, I got the Commanders. I get that the NFL in Vegas right now is saying, don't get me wrong, Vegas killed me last night. Killed me because I didn't bet on the Houston Texans once. I bet on them twice. The Commanders are just the team. Oh, they barely beat the Bears. They have an injured quarterback. Yeah, the Giants had their game. It was 18 points against the Steelers. Now it's over. The Washington Commanders by 4. No questions asked. That's easy.
Yeah, the fact that their best player got injured at the end of that Steelers game, and even if he plays this week, he's going to be banged up. I'm going with the Commanders on this one. I have them -4 as well. Let's go over to another game that has some ties to the Steelers. Potential future Steeler, Courtland Sutton, is coming over to the East Coast with the Denver Broncos to take on the Baltimore Ravens and former Steeler Deontay Johnson in his debut with his new team. The Ravens are 9.5-point favorites, but I'm going to rock with the Denver Broncos plus 9.5 in this one.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. What 9? I'd pick the Broncos to win. The Ravens are a hit or miss football team. If Derrick Henry is not rushing for 200 yards and Lamar Jackson doesn't look like the MVP from start to finish, this game is over. They do not have the defense to withstand anything. So I would go, and Bo Nix is playing good football right now. The Broncos are playing good football right now. So I'm going 9.5. That's easy. I would take Broncos money line if we had to pick.
Is any of that reverse psychology for them to lose and potentially fall out of a playoff spot?
No, but it would work much better in the Steelers' favor if the Broncos lost. It would work much better in the Steelers' favor. I've heard that the Steelers are staying real quiet right now, that they are going, yeah, we'll call you on Monday after teams lose because trades will be better.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. We got Tua in his second week back with the Miami Dolphins as 6-point underdogs against the Buffalo Bills. Who do you got in that one?
Tua is going to get smoked. The Dolphins are done. They had fun. It was a good 2 years. They've been figured out. This happens like every 8 years for the Dolphins. They do something cool and it's just like, oh, the Dolphins, and then they don't do enough with it, and then it just sizzles. So sorry, 2 is cool, and I appreciate his resilience, but I'm going 6. I think Buffalo smokes them.
I liked what I saw out of the Dolphins last week, but I told you going into last week, because I got that game right, that the Arizona Cardinals are tough. We'll talk about them a little bit later, but I was impressed with what I saw from Tua in that first game back after coming back from what he came back from. I think Buffalo is just a little bit too good, especially in Buffalo. Especially in Buffalo. I'm going to give them the 6. I know it's a divisional matchup, but I'm going to go with you on this one. I'll take the 6.
It's probably 0 degrees there and like 4 feet of snow. It's November 1st. It's winter's here.
Let's go over to Cincinnati, where the Bengals are 7-point favorites against the Las Vegas Raiders. I went back and looked at what the Raiders have done since the Steelers played them, and it hasn't been pretty. So with that, I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals. We've seen spurts of Joe Burrow looking very good, even though T. Higgins might be out once again. He still has Ja'Marr Chase. So I'm going to take the Bengals in the jungle by 7.
I'm going to go Vegas. I'm I'm gonna go Vegas with the 7-point underdog here. I think the Bengals win, but I think it's close. I don't think the Bengals are very good. I don't think Jamar Chase is playing his best football every single week. Joe Burrow is still really good, but there's no running game, and there's questions to the running game, and the defense sucks. So I think Gardner. This is a Gardner Minshew pulls it off game in my eyes, and I would go. I would go. I expect the Bengals to win, but I'm going Vegas 7.
Alrighty, let's jump over to the Dallas Cowboys visiting the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons, a much better road team than a home team, as we saw in week 1, but they are 3.5-point favorites against the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, that's easy. The Bills are the best team in football right now, followed by the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. And then it's as crazy as it's the Atlanta Falcons. Then it's the Atlanta Falcons. They're so crazy good right now. I'm going Atlanta. It makes the Steelers week 1 win just feel so uneasy because you go, would they have won if Kirk was Kirk and this team was this team now? I don't know. And maybe they would have, and it'd be just a better win for them. I think either way, I'm going what is it? 3? Easy.
3.5. Yeah, you do have the hook to contend with there. But I mean, you have that conversation about Kirk and the Falcons and what if the Steelers would have played this version? But what if the Falcons would have played this version of the Steelers offense?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And the offensive line a little bit more, concrete and settled down. So you're never going to know. But for some reason, I don't know the reason, but for some reason, I'm taking Dallas plus 3.5.
No,
it hurt me last week. It was a gut shot last week.
2 in a row that you're doing this.
I mean, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it on Monday if I get it wrong. But I'll take Dallas plus the 3.5.
I think I gave you the same reaction last week when you did this.
You did.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe once I'll be right. Let's go back to the AFC North. The Cleveland Browns hosting the LA Chargers in a pick'em. Chargers are 1-point road favorites in this one. I'm riding with the Bolts.
I'm going the Browns. They're playing the Browns.
They're playing the Browns in Cleveland.
I'm going Browns. I'm going Browns. Jameis has this team on his back. The Bolts, the Chargers are not that good. They're just not.
They're not. They're just the Browns.
Yeah, but the Browns looked better last week. So against a good Ravens team,
a divisional opponent,
it doesn't matter.
It does.
Against a good Ravens team. I'm not saying they'll win by 100, but I do think they win. I'm going Browns. I'm going Browns.
Alrighty.
I think I picked the Browns last week too.
You did pick the Browns last week, but that spread was much more than 1.
Yeah, that's very true.
I think it was an 8.5.
It was 8.5 because I bet on it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I had 11 leg parlay hit except for the Cleveland Browns. Shout out.
Always the Browns got to ruin the parlay. But let's go to the NFC South.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. See all of your subscriptions in one place and know exactly where your money is going. And for any that you don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel them with just a few taps. Rocket Money's dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all accounts, easily creates a personalized budget with custom categories to help keep your spending on track, and sees your monthly spending trends in each category to know exactly where your money is going. Get alerts if your bills increase in price, there's unusual spending activity, or if you're close to going over your budget. And the new goals feature automatically saves money for you without you even having to think about it. Whether your goal is to pay off your credit card debt, put away money for a house, or just build your savings, Rocket Money makes it easy. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you, sometimes up to 20%. They automatically scan your bills to find opportunities to save. Then you can ask them to negotiate for you. They'll deal with customer service. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions. They could save members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/allsteelers. That's rocketmoney.com/allsteelers. rocketmoney.com/allsteelers.
New Orleans Saints with Derek Carr against the Carolina Panthers in Carolina. The Saints are 7-point road favorites.
Against who? Carolina?
Carolina.
I guess you go Saints, and this might be the worst game of the NFL season. I'm going Saints 7. I mean, I don't even have anything behind that outside of it's the Panthers. So Saints 7.
Derek Carr's back. I'll go with the Saints.
Yeah,
Saints
like
-7.
that sucks. Will they even have people there?
I mean, you said that might be the worst game in the NFL. I think there might be another one this weekend.
Okay.
New England
I'll listen.
Patriots visiting
Yeah.
the Tennessee Titans. Titans are 3.5-point favorites. I'm taking the Patriots, and I'm just going to try to not watch that as much as possible and hope it comes out in my favor.
Yeah, we have connections with both of those teams, and I I will be watching that game, and I will be miserable. I'm going Patriots too. Drake May, if he plays, is going to win. If I'll do this though. If no, you're still going Patriots. The Titans are terrible, absolutely terrible. Brian Callahan. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's just the organization, but they're trash. I'm going Patriots. I don't even remember what the spread is, and I'm going Patriots.
It's 3.5, but they're underdogs. So you get 3.5 points with the Patriots too. So
easy.
All right, let's go to this one. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are a 1.5 favorite over the Jags. Eagles obviously coming off that big road win against the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll take the Eagles. I think they're rolling.
Yeah. The Jaguars stink. They're a fake football team right now, and they're just getting worse. And they just traded a left. They just said, "Hey, our left tackle, you could have him." Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Yeah, I'm going Eagles 7.5, easy.
All right, let's jump down south to another team we have connections with, Arizona Cardinals. 1.5-point favorites after their big road win, going up against Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. Once again, that is a 1.5-point spread in favor of the Cards. I think I'm riding with Kyler. Back-to-back weeks. Cards are tough. Give it to me.
Yeah, I'm going Cards as well. The Bears are done. That was it. That was, Tyreek Stevenson. He was it. He was the curse. The Bears are cursed. They've been cursed for a long time. They looked for a second like they were going to break the curse, and then Tyreek Stevenson said, "Haha, not yet, pal." So Bears are done. Eberflus has got to go, and yep, I'm going Cards.
All right, we got the best game of the weekend going down in Lambeau Field. Detroit Lions, 3-point favorites against the Packers, once again at Lambeau.
Yeah, I still got to go Lions because Jordan Love is questionable, I believe. And that just, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that situation. He feels like he's injury prone. That he feels like a quarterback who just signed a massive contract. That's what he feels like. So I'm going Lions. I think they're they'd be the second best team in football if the Chiefs weren't undefeated. They're the third best team in football. I'm going Lions.
All righty, that means we are on to Rams at Seahawks, and once again a pick 'em.
You got to pick Packers Lions.
Oh, Lions.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean Malik Willis can do it last week, but I don't think Malik Willis can do it against the Detroit Lions, a team that could have put up 100 last week if they tried.
Yeah. Shout out the Titans.
All right, sorry about that. Another pick 'em. Rams at Seahawks. Seahawks have one win in their past 5 weeks. Rams are road favorites after a big Thursday night win by 1. So what do you have in this one?
I got the Seahawks. I've got the Seahawks. I think the Rams are fake good after last week. They're not really good. They're fake good. I would go Seahawks. I think they claim another win. Puka Nakua's hurt now. He's got a knee injury. It just feels like a game where the Rams lose and then they realize, all right, that was cool last week. We had a good time. Now it's time to sell house. I'm going Seahawks. I think it's going to be close, but I think Geno pulls it out.
I'm on the other end of things. I really liked what I saw from Matt Stafford. It was kind of a harken back to the Super Bowl year. And then you still have those receivers. And I know Puka's dealing with something, but as Sean McVay said today, I wouldn't bet against my guy. So I won't bet against his guy. I'm going to go with the LA Rams also because the Seahawks, outside of that fugazi win in Atlanta a couple weeks ago, have been horrible since week 4 of the season. So I'm going to ride with the Rams, especially because I only got to worry about 1 point. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams in that situation.
Yeah, that's a Steelers. That's a Steelers fan must watch simply because the loser probably sells a wide receiver.
Probably. Let's go to the primetime games in this week. Indianapolis Colts at the Minnesota Vikings is Sunday Night Football. The Vikings are 5-point favorites against Flacco and the Colts.
Though this is tough simply because the Colts are a good football team with Joe Flacco. At the same time, the Vikings are a better football team, but they're running out of juice. I'm going to go the Vikings. I think that they hold up. The defense plays better. They're going to bounce back after a loss to the Rams. Sam Darnold's energy is dying down, but we're going to keep it alive a little bit. I'm going Minnesota here. I think they pull it off over Flacco. I don't think, Indianapolis has now put themselves in the every week we got to talk about a quarterback situation, and that's just not where you want to be.
Alrighty, I'm going to go with you on that one. I'm riding with Minnesota. The way they lost the last game, I think they're going to have something to prove in this one. We got one game left. It's Monday Night Football. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs have not lost since October 27th of last year. Yeah. So will this be the first time? Also, they have a 9-point spread, and we're taking the spread. So Chiefs -9.
Chiefs -9. I'm going to go the Bucks. I'm going to go the Bucks +9. And to be honest, I think I'd take the Bucks money line. Everybody's got to lose eventually. Only one team's ever done it. And even they tell you, chances are they wouldn't do it again. Everybody loses eventually. I think the Chiefs lose eventually. Baker's the guy that you lose to eventually. He's not going to win you a Super Bowl, but he's going to beat Patrick Mahomes. That's what he does. So I'm going, but feels like it's set up perfectly. He doesn't have his wide receivers. Everybody's counting him out. This is the end of the Bucks. Baker's not that good. He's not the reason they're good. Blah, 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 blah. Boom. You beat him. I'm going Bucks 9. I think I'd take a money line.
All right. I'm not going as far as to take a money line, but I do have the Bucks +9 as well for the reasons that we outlined last week. Big spreads for the Chiefs never end in the Chiefs covering the big spread. So I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers +9 in this one. I think that their defense is going to be able to kind of slow down an already slow Kansas City offense. And I think this is one that is going to be fun and close scoring. So I'll take Tampa Bay +9 as well.
Love it.
That is the entire slate for Sunday and Monday this week, which is once again 14 games. So we'll see if we can get over 500.
I'm excited. I'm excited to do this round 2. I feel like round 1 was a warm up. We weren't prepared. We don't do this. You know what I mean? Our TVs are glued to one TV. What?
I'm just kidding. I said we.
All right. Nick has 7 TVs. I got 1 going on here. I'm solely focused. So this is a good time. We'll see how it works. Like we do every week. Please acknowledge that we suck at betting. So, take what you will.